Hey YouTube, I thought that I would make a video of my Stephen King collection and then kind of incorporate in that how to identify some of the first editions. And I do have most of the Stephen King first editions, 4 shelves full of them. A couple exceptions, some of the more rare editions like Carrie, I don't have Night Shift. I do not have the Gunslinger, though I do have the reprint first edition. I don't have the Mr. Mercedes first edition down here, but that's such a new novel that, it's pretty affordable, well, extremely affordable to find first edition. But I do have a lot of the other really old releases from Mr. King. So I thought that I would kind of introduce to you what I have and then, again, kind of show you how to identify those first editions. So let's start at the top. I'm going to make a bunch of videos, not just one whole one, that could take forever, but I'll release a few videos here and there showing you what I have. So I do have a Cemetery Dance Carrie edition, which maybe if I get some requests I can kind of show you and walk through that. I do have the paperback Carrie first edition, first printing, which is really unique because it doesn't say Carrie on the cover at all. It does say it on the spine, but it's very unique. Obviously, it doesn't have it on the front cover. But you can identify the paperback first edition very simply by looking at the copyright page, and right there at the bottom it will say first printing 75 with the number line 1 through 9. So that's pretty, I think I don't want to say rare, but not a lot of people know that there's a first edition paperback by Carrie without the title Carrie or the author's name on the cover. Here is Salem's Lot first edition. So the first edition of Salem's Lot, published by Doubleday, actually has 3 different states. I have the second state. The second state has the price clipped right here. I think the original price was $8.95, but they changed it to $7.95. They actually clipped it. The publisher did and changed it to $7.95. And then it has the error down here, the Father Cody error, where it actually should be Father Callahan. And actually the third state of the first edition has this corrected to Father Callahan. The first state, I believe, of the Salem's Lot first edition has the unclipped dust jacket, $8.95, with the Father Cody error. And that state apparently is extremely rare. You don't really see that anywhere. So I think this is probably the more attainable first edition. So this dust jacket has certainly seen better days. You can tell it's got some wear and tear, but that's okay. It's just really cool to have it. And wanted to say too that all of Stephen King's Doubleday releases, first editions, are very small, much smaller than the normal size hardcover, so you can kind of see there the size difference. So let's see. So I just told you how you identify the first date of Salem's Lot by the dust jacket. Looking at the binding itself, it's quarter bound in black cloth with red boards. Now again, this is Doubleday, and the Doubleday Stephen King first editions are really easy to identify as a first edition. It'll actually say right on the copyright page, first edition, at the top, 4th line down. And then the last identifier for the first edition, on the last page of the text, page 439, you'll see the code Q37. So that's how you identify your Salem's Lot first edition. So if people were advertising Salem's Lot first edition, make sure on eBay or whatever, Books, make sure that you got those pointers that I just showed you there. Alright, let's put that to the side. I do have the first edition of the Salem's Lot Illustrated Edition reprint, which is a really pretty book. It's bound in black cloth, as you can see. And it's got illustrations, although I don't know if they're pictures actually, and the pictures don't really actually go with the book. It seems like they're just kind of there to set the mood. And I can't find any pictures actually, but they're in there, I promise you. So this is a really neat edition of Salem's Lot. Kind of funny, I can't find any at all. That's okay. So to identify the first edition, first printing of this edition, it'll have at the bottom December 05, first edition with the number line 10 through 1. So that's a really neat copy of the illustrated edition Salem's Lot. Put that to the side again. And then I think the last one I'll look at here on this video is going to be The Shining. And this is his third novel, published by Doubleday. So again, it's smaller. Really, really neat artwork on this dust jacket, I think. So the price on the dust jacket is $8.95. It is quarter bound in a black cloth with a brown or tan board. And then again, very simple in these Doubleday publications on how to identify first editions. It'll simply say on the copyright page, first edition, right by my thumb there. And then on the very last page of the text, just like with Salem's Lot, you're going to see a publisher's code, and here in this case it's R49. So those are your identifiers for the Shining first edition. And I look forward to kind of, again, introducing my whole collection to everybody. Again, everything is basically first editions except for what I mentioned earlier, and then I did not mention that I do not have the original paperback Bachman novels. Those are pricey and extremely fine to rare. They're, quite frankly, they're way overpriced for what they're worth. But again, you know, I think once I have the finances for it, I'll go ahead and probably splurge at some point. But I do have the paperback version of the Bachman books, first edition, first date, and then I do have the Bachman thinner hardcover, which, as you can see, this is covered in a Mylar dust jacket. That's a little too small for the size of the book. That's all I had, so I wanted to cover it. So that's it, guys. Look forward to releasing some videos. Hopefully they'll help you identify King's first editions. Look forward to seeing everybody. Thank you.